All right, I'm at my aunt's house. We locked in. Let's see if she's ready. First of all, show them my, this is so embarrassing. Show them the, where the flicker at? Look at yo, they wow. Looking like a fresh marble. You feel me? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cook this chicken, we're gonna prep it, put it together, and then that's how we're gonna do it. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Okay. Just so you'll know, I'm starting off with thighs for dark meat and wings for white meat.
Okay.
But I want to say a little bit about the thighs. A lot of people are afraid of thighs because they have a little bit of fat that's on the side of each of them. And even when you fry them, sometimes it's mushy. So what I do is go ahead and start off by cutting a little fat off the side.
Okay.
That doesn't mean it's every piece of fat you got, but the long pieces that are usually on the side, I just cut them off to start with.
She giving y'all game to stop playing.
So that's a trick for you. The next thing.
What's this?
Oh, olive oil.
Okay.
The next thing is that most people want the seasoning and they want the meat to taste good, but they throw it all in the flour. That's a no-no. I want to season the meat. And for it to seasoning to stick, I go ahead and spray olive oil so that it will stick.
So this won't hurt with the frying process or nothing?
Nope, it won't hurt at all.
This game.
So after I do that, now we're going to season one side and season the other. Now, of course, everybody has their own style of how they want to season. I want it to be flavored every time you bite. So you could do the real fancy and put all your seasoning in here and mix it up and put it over your chicken. The problem with that is that you're not secure in how much each piece gets. So I like to just shake it old-fashioned way.
Quick question, why don't you marinate it?
I don't marinate it because, well, I don't marinate the chicken because the seasoning I'm putting on is fresh, it's hot, and we put it right in the pot.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I don't need to marinate
To get your flavor, you don't need to marinate to get flavor.
Yeah, no. If it was maybe another meat, possibly.
She putting y'all on game, did she?
No, don't need to marinate. Unless you just, as I've gotten older, I've learned to be smart, not cook smart, not hard. All right, so no matter what, if you want to use garlic seasoning or garlic powder, I have them both. You want to lightly salt it. Now, you know they've told us all the time to not use much salt, but garlic is a kicker.
So that's garlic salt.
This is garlic salt.
Okay.
I also have garlic powder if you want to do that. For me, a big part of the flavor is black pepper. Not that flour,
You're talking about the coarse.
pepper.
You want the coarse black
Coarse
pepper.
or restaurant style black pepper.
Okay.
So you know that it's going to stay there. And you can see how much you're putting on as you see it going on to me. I love it because that's still going to be there when you bite into it.
Ooh.
So garlic, black pepper.
I see.
Now some people, especially if you want a little more of a kick, some people will use the blackened seasoning, Creole kind of thing, Zatarans. I'm going to tell you I'm going to put a little bit, but I'm going to tell you why I'm only doing a little. Because at the end we're going to kick it up a little bit. And when you don't mix all the seasoning together, you can see if it got some. If you put it all together, you can't tell.
And we need to do Karen Cooks.
There we go, there we go.
Get me out the
Okay,
screen.
now notice that this was all one side. And a lot of people then want to dump it in the flour. Now, you want it to taste good on all sides. So you turn it over and do the same thing.
Do the same seasonings. Okay, cool.
Turn it over and do the same seasoning. Now, if you are a person who really likes Cajun hot, then do that. For me, because I cook for a lot of people, or if it's for me, I don't want it to be too hot for somebody, not hot for another. So we can always add your hot sauce and other seasoning at the end.
Does your chicken need to be room temp?
It's better if it's room temp. I took it out a little earlier and washed it really good and cut the fat off of it, and it's better at room temp. If it's not and it's very cold, straight out of the refrigerator, it reduces the heat of the oil you're cooking it in.
So to refresh you guys' memory, what we did was we put, you said olive oil, right? You spray some olive, but do we pat the chicken dry first before we put the olive oil?
Mine was already dry.
Okay, so we have dry chicken, add the olive oil, then you want to season it, flip the chicken, and repeat the same process.
Same thing on the other side.
You may cut it.
Now you might not, just telling you, you might not spray the olive oil. If you want to pour it, then that means you have to put it in your hands, put your gloves on and rub it.
Okay.
All right, now this is a little bit of slap your mama.
Have you ever slapped your mom? Which is my grandma?
I'm still alive.
Yeah, I'm about to say there ain't no way you slapping grandma. Grandma crazy.
Nah.
Marcia crazy.
And now that I'm a grandma, ain't nobody slapping me.
Ain't nobody slapping you.
They could try it. That'd probably be fun. I could try.
If you know my grandma, she crazy. Hey, shout out to Marcia. I love you. Now, hold on. You know I'm not biased on this.
And you know,
and I do have to dock you points because I believe that to get the full flavor, you got to marinate that chicken.
That's because you got all day.
Yeah. Now, that's what I'm saying. So yeah,
you could get all day.
Yeah, but she's school. That's why I'm showing yours though, is because I don't know how she doesn't have to marinate it to get her flavor, but somehow she gets it.
Marinate.
So it works.
Okay. Especially when you had to make big amounts, you'd be marinating all night. Now here's the thing about the flour. So hate me if you want to, but for the fried chicken and for the taste and the crisp that you want, I don't really want a whole bag of flour on there, and I'm just eating flat fried flour. I want the crisp of the chicken, so I use very light flour. And even when we used to shake it in a bag, you remember that? And you used to shake your chicken in a bag and do all that, then you put salt in the flour. That wasn't the flavor. And so you get all these balls of flour in the bottom of your oil and everything. So what I do then is just to lightly flour. So I'm not shaking it and then nothing. The reason why you want to season this side of your thigh is because it doesn't have any skin. So something has to hold the seasoning. So you season it first and put that oil and let it get some of the skin. So I'm just going to lightly flour. Okay.
These are top-notch, classic secrets right here. These, hey.
You can still shake it in the bag if that's your thing, but when you think about diet-wise and flavor and trying to have less fat, then you need a little less.
So you're saying less for you, less batter means more flavor.
More flavor, because all you're doing is flavoring the batter. If the batter falls off, then you don't taste nothing else.
Because with more batter, you just have more bread.
You just have more
and you got to flavor more. That's a good point.
And as I gotten older, I know that I don't need more bread.
So remember, guys, make sure you put the olive oil on the chicken. You season it both sides. Make sure you season that flour, and then you lightly bread or coat your chicken. And then you do that until you run out. Come on, baby. These are secrets, gems. Let me tell you a chicken story. Do you ever remember this? One time she fried some chicken, and this is at the Sunset Oaks house. She fried some chicken, and I think it was Chuck or somebody went to the refrigerator, and they got some ketchup. And
put on the chicken.
She got mad, boy. Hey, she got mad at us. She's like, "What y'all doing in there? That chicken don't need nothing on there." I'm like, "Can we not put some ketchup on it? We got in trouble for
not ketchup."
Hey, how we get in trouble for using ketchup? But it's, it is what it is.
Because it's not a compliment to the flavor; it's a cover up.
Oh, that's a good old school way of thinking. We just want to, we just want a little splash on it. That's all we want.
So we want to see if we're ready with this.
So let's take this chicken. This is the thigh.
This is the thigh.
Where you get the thighs from?
My mama gave them to me. Nah, you mean the chicken?
Yeah, chicken.
From the store.
She got us on one. That was a good little.
And that's another thing. You really want to drop it one at a time, because if it boils over, you want to be careful not to start a fire.
And what was the secret that you taught me when you said?
What temperature is that on? It's good.
What was the secret that you taught me? You said to know when the chicken's finished?
Oh, it's gonna float.
There it is. It's gonna float to the top, baby.
Float.
That's how you know when that chicken finished.
But it's gonna float. You still move it around a little bit.
How long do you normally cook your?
I don't measure the cooking
time.
It's
just when it floats.
I can look at it, and when it starts to float, not because something's under it, but because, especially your larger pieces.
Yeah.
When you're gonna know. But a thigh is heavier and it's gonna stay down there, so I move it around a little bit so all sides can get. And you'll see, even though the bottom of a thigh doesn't have skin, I bet you can't tell. Like that, you just want to sprinkle a little bit.
Ooh, the chicken.
Skin side, non-skin side, you can't tell the difference.
You boys are foolish.
Oil still going. You see it dripping down to the other pan? That's good. That keeps it from being soggy.
Is my aunt's chicken gas or pass? We're about to find out.
What you saying?
Nothing.
So it was still hot inside?
Are you kidding me?
Okay. Okay, be sure.
Guys, I will put, this is why I'm doing this. I'm trying to make a list. I will put her chicken and my mom's chicken on anybody's, I promise you. What do you want to do? I hate it, man. I really want to say it's mid. I really do, guys. Y'all don't understand. I love what I do. I love being that Simon Cowell type guy. I take pride in that. I take pride in the honesty. But this is pure honesty. Let me tell y'all a fun fact. Did you know, like on food reviews, a lot of them just eat the food and behind the scenes, they don't even swallow it. I'm actually eating this chicken. You know how this is? Supreme!